Good morning everyone. So in this class we will be studying a new chapter, that is coordinate geometry. I know you are familiar with the word geometries. That is, geometry is nothing but it is a branch of mathematics that deals with the study of shapes. Now the thing which is new to you is coordinate. So coordinate can be split up as co and ordinate. So co means two or more and ordinate means axis. So coordinate geometry is nothing but the geometry which deals with two or more axes is known as coordinate geometry. So this is not the actual definition of coordinate geometry. We will be discussing about it a little while later. So this is how you actually find the root meanings of the given topic. So co means two, ordinate means axis. So coordinate means the study of two axes, and geometry is nothing but it is a branch of mathematics which deals with study of shapes. So coordinate geometry, when put together, it can be roughly defined as it is nothing but the geometry which deals with the study of two axes. So which are those two axes? What is coordinate geometry? We will be studying in this particular chapter. So before we begin into the chapter, we shall discuss some of the real life examples where we use these coordinate geometry. So assume that you have ordered something from Amazon or Flipkart. So in that you have given it as cash on delivery. So after that you are required to fill the shipping address, right? So suppose you live on Basveshwar Nagar. You live in Basveshwar Nagar. Okay, suppose you live in Basveshwar Nagar. So is it enough for you to mention you live in Basveshwar Nagar? So will the person who will be delivering your product will be able to find your home or address from Basveshwar Nagar? No, it is not. You are required to fill the other details, that is, what is your home number, right? So you are required to find the home number. Suppose your home number is 405 plus 406 bar AB. Okay, so if you write my home number is 405 plus 406 AB and I live in Basveshwar Nagar, he will be able to deliver your product to your home itself. So otherwise, if you only mention Basveshwar Nagar, he will not be able to deliver your product. Why? Because in Basveshwar Nagar there are so many houses. So how could he accurately find your house? So the product to be delivered at your house, right? So it is not possible. So we need at least a minimum of two coordinates. That is, we need an address first, that is in which locality you live in, and your home number. So this is an example for coordinate geometry. So likewise, suppose this is a piece of paper. Okay, consider this is an A4 size paper and I have put a dot somewhere here. Okay, and I have put a dot somewhere here. So now I would like to ask you a question, that is, how far is this dot? What is the exact location of this point? So suppose this point is A. Assume that this point is A. I would like to question you now that what is the exact position of point A? So will you be able to tell? No, right? So what will you do? You will answer like, sir, it is to the left corner of the page, left page. So left edge, it is very near to the left edge. Or else you will tell that it is very near to the left corner, left upper corner of the paper. So will that be enough to describe the position of the point A? No, it is not. So some of you will, what will do means, you will measure this distance, that is from the left edge to the point A. Suppose it is 5 centimeter. Assume that it is 5 centimeter. So you will say that, sir, it is 5 centimeters from the left edge of the paper. So will it be enough? No, it is not. So after that you will calculate what is the distance from the bottom of the paper. So suppose it is 9 centimeter. So now you will say that, sir, it is 9 centimeter from the below and 5 centimeter from the left. So you used two particular identities here, right? That is 5 centimeters from the left and 9 centimeters from the below. And in the above example, you also used two coordinates. That is, you are required to give the address and exact home number. So minimum of two coordinates you require to describe any position of a particular point. So these are some examples regarding how do you locate a particular point with using a minimum of 2 points. So I will be giving you the homework right now. So you have to write a minimum of 10 examples like this. Minimum number of 10 examples in which you use a minimum of 2 points to locate a point. So you have to write a minimum of 10 examples. So I will give you another example. Suppose you are sitting in a class right now, okay? So you are sitting in a class right now and these are your benches. Suppose there are 9 benches, okay? So this is the left row, this is the middle row, and this is the right row. And I am standing right here, okay? So if I want to ask a question to any person in this class, I will say that bench number 2, third boy. Bench number 2, middle boy. Bench number 3, second boy. So I will be using two coordinates, right? That is the left side or the middle side or the right side. So that was your homework. So this crisis, that is to find the exact location of a point, gave rise to a new branch of mathematics, that is the coordinate geometry. So with the help of coordinate geometry, we are able to find the exact point of a given situation. So if you are given a point, we can locate it exactly where it is with the help of coordinate geometry. So this is an introductory chapter for your 9th class. So we will be introducing only some basic concepts in this chapter and nothing else. We will be not solving any complex problems related to it. So just we will be introducing what do you mean by coordinate geometry and some of the basic concepts that are used here and some positions, that is we will be locating some coordinates on the space and no complex problems here. It is very simple and you have to write all this in your graph book, not in your regular notebook. You have to write all this in your graph book, okay? So you all know about the number line. Now we will be starting with the Cartesian system. Now you all know about the number line, right? So let us take this as x dash. So the middle point is origin, it is 0, and on the right side of 0 we have positive quantities +1, +2, +3 and so on. And on the left side of 0 it is -1, -2, -3 and so on. Okay, so this is a number line, this is a normal number line. Okay, now let us rotate it a little bit. Rotate it in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. So let us see what happens. So anti-clockwise means in this direction. So it becomes x dash becomes vertical line now. It becomes a vertical line now. So since this is a horizontal line which is named as x dash, Now we will name this line as, particular line as y dash. Particular line as y dash. So, and the numbers don't change here, okay? So 0 at the middle, on the right side. So this portion has gone up, that is the positive portion has gone up. So we will be writing the positive numbers on the upper side, that is +1, +2, +3 and so on. And the negative portion has gone to the down side, that is we will be writing -1, -2, -3 and so on. So we have just took a normal number line and rotated it in anti-clockwise direction, and we have got another vertical number line which is named as y dash. Now we shall combine these two number lines such that their 0 coincides with each other. Now we will what we will do is combine these two number lines such that their zeros coincide with each other. So we will get a diagram something like this. So y dash, y dash, x dash, x. So this point is where the two zeros of the number lines coincide. It is called the origin, okay? It is called the origin. On the right side, as it remains, the number line remains +1, +2, +3 and so on. And on the left side, -1, -2, -3 and so on. On the top side, it remains +1, +2, +3 and so on. And on the bottom side, it remains -1, -2, -3 and so on. So now this particular system, what we have obtained here, okay? This particular system, what we have obtained here by combining two number lines, one in the normal state and one in the anti-clockwise state, is called the Cartesian system. It is called the Cartesian system. So why was it called Cartesian system? Because it was discovered by a scientist, a mathematician named Rene Cartes. So it was named after him as Cartesian system. So if you clearly observe, the two zeros are coinciding at a particular point. Now this particular point from where all the numericals originate, that means the point where the two axes originate is called the origin. It is called the origin. So why it is called origin? Because the two axes, that is x-axis as well as the y-axis, originated from this point. That is by combining the zeros of the two lines. So this is called the origin. Now, and if you observe, these are divided into 4 parts, right? These 4 parts are called as quadrants. So this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So these are called as quadrants. Quadrans. So these are called as 4 quadrants. So the Cartesian system consists of a point which is origin, and it consists of two axes, that is x-axis as well as the y-axis. And if you observe, it has 4 quadrants, that is 4 parts. Now we have some specific names to these x and y-axis. So the x-axis is called the abscissa. X-axis is called the abscissa and y-axis is called the ordinate. Y-axis is called the ordinate. So x-axis is named as abscissa and y-axis is named as ordinate. So what does a Cartesian system consist of? It consists of an origin and which consists of two lines, which is the abscissa and the other one is ordinate. The particular Cartesian system is divided into four parts, that is nothing but four quadrants. It has the first one is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So we will be having particular signs for these quadrants. So let us observe what are the signs and what do you mean by coordinates now. So now we will be discussing with coordinates. What do you mean by coordinates? So coordinates are nothing but the exact location of a given point. The exact location, the exact position or location, exact position of a given point. Coordinates are nothing but the exact position of a given point. So what are the different coordinates? That is the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So coordinate can be written in the form of ordered pair, that is, you will be writing it as x comma y. Okay, so x represents the distance of, so you have to be very careful here because it is a very bit confusing. So the x coordinate is nothing but the distance of the point, from the y-axis. The distance of the point from the y-axis. And y coordinate is nothing but the distance of the point, from the x-axis, So this is very confusing. So x coordinate is nothing but the distance of the point from the y-axis, and y coordinate is nothing but the distance of the point from the x-axis. Okay, you have to be very careful. So if you are asked what do you mean by x coordinate, you have to write the distance of the point from the y-axis is called as the x coordinate, and the distance of the point from the x-axis is called as the y coordinate. So if you are given any point P, it will be having two coordinates, that is the x coordinate as well as the y coordinate. So x is nothing but the distance from the y-axis, that is this distance, and y coordinate is nothing but the distance from the x-axis, that is this distance. Okay, the x coordinate is nothing but the distance from the y-axis, and y coordinate is nothing but the distance from the x-axis. So this is what about coordinates. And as I said, the four quadrants will be having signs. That what signs I will tell you now. Okay, so this is your Cartesian system, y y dash, x x dash. Okay, so this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So you know that all the points on the right side are positive, 1 2 plus 3 and so on, and on the top are also positive, plus 1 plus 2 and so on, and on the left -1 -2 -3 and so on, and on the bottom -1 -2 and so on. Okay, we will be writing the coordinates of the quadrants using the symbols on their right as well as top. Now for the first quadrant, consider, so the x-axis here, so we will be having, so forget about this, you will be having two axes, that is you should be able to see only the x and y axis now. So what is the sign on the x-axis? That is nothing but positive. So the x coordinate is positive. And what about the y coordinate? It is also positive. So we'll be taking as positive. So the sign of quadrant 1 is positive, positive. Now coming to the second quadrant. So here we have one x-axis and one y-axis. So what is the sign on the x-axis? That is negative. So the first coordinate is negative, and what is the second coordinate? All we have here is positive values, and hence the second coordinate is positive. So therefore the second quadrant signs are minus and plus. Now coming back to the third coordinate. Third coordinate, on the x-axis we have negative, and on the y-axis also we have negative. So the sign of third quadrant is negative, comma negative. And what about the fourth quadrant? The x-axis is positive and the y-axis is negative. So the sign of fourth quadrant is positive, negative. First quadrant positive, positive. Second quadrant negative, positive. Third quadrant negative, negative. And fourth quadrant positive, negative. So this is how you find the signs of the four quadrants. So I hope what do you mean by coordinates, and what are the signs of the quadrants, and what are the basic concepts about the Cartesian system are clear. So in today's class we studied about what do you mean by coordinate geometry, right? Coordinate geometry is nothing but the geometry that deals with two axes. And after that we studied what are the applications, that is some examples relating to the coordinate geometry, applications of coordinate geometry. And also I have given you the homework, right? That is, you have to write 10 examples where you find the minimum of 2 points to find the exact location. And after that we studied about the Cartesian system. Cartesian system is nothing but it is a combination of two number lines, one which is in horizontal direction and one which is in vertical direction. The horizontal line is called as the x-axis. Horizontal line is called the x-axis, or it is also called as abscissa. And the vertical one which is called as the y-axis, or it is also called as ordinate, right? And the point from which these two horizontal and vertical lines, it is called as the origin, right? And the Cartesian system consists of four quadrants. And what do you mean by coordinate? Coordinate is nothing but it defines the exact position of a given point. So there are two coordinates, that is the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So x coordinate defines the distance of the point from the y-axis, and the y coordinate denotes the distance of the point from the x-axis. And also we studied what are the signs of the four quadrants, positive, negative. That is, in the first quadrant we have positive, positive. In the second quadrant negative, positive. Third quadrant negative, negative. And fourth quadrant positive, negative. So these are the basic concepts of the Cartesian system of coordinate geometry. So in the next class we will be solving some examples related to how to locate a particular point in the given Cartesian system, and also we will be studying some more concepts about the Cartesian system of coordinate geometry. So if you have any doubts, you can contact me, and all these things have to be written in your graph book, okay? And don't ask again and again about in which book you have to write, okay? You have to write all these things in your graph book, and all the problems which we'll be solving in the next class will be also be written in the graph book, okay? So if you have any queries, you can contact me. Thank you.